What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with another movie review / recommendation. Today we're going to go back to the year 1960 to take a look at another film directed by Terence Fisher. We're talking about Brides of Dracula. Yes, this is the follow-up to the 1958 Horror of Dracula. This one does not have Christopher Lee in it as Dracula. As a matter of fact, there's no Dracula character in this film. There is Van Helsing, played by Peter Cushing. There's a girl who's like going to the mountains to go to some sort of school, but she ends up getting distracted on her way there. She goes to a not a diner, but like an inn. There's in all these fucking Dracula films, I'm not complaining, but in all these Dracula films, there's an inn with like a fucking fat bald dude, that's like one fucking eye half closed, mustache and all that shit, warning you and all this stuff. But in this one, they're basically like, listen, there's no rooms, get the fuck out of here. And just by chance, a woman comes in and decides to whisper away to her place to stay for the night, basically. And she discovers that there is a son that's chained up in the house, and he's like, oh, here's the keys over here, go get the key and release me. Well, he's a fucking vampire, okay? And the mom had him chained up for good reason. There's like this house helper, a fucking nanny, if you will, that's sort of taking care of him, bringing him young women and shit like that to kill and, or to suck their fucking blood, their essence, all right, to go down on them in the way of fucking bloodshed. So he escapes, and our main girl, she meets Van Helsing, or Van Helsing sort of like finds her like fucking after she ran away, and he basically saves the day. Like, this movie's not that deep. Dracula, he kills some other chick that's like jealous of our main girl, because our main girl gets tied up with this Dracula character, not knowing he's Dracula. Oh, he's a baron, he's gonna marry me, blah blah blah. This girl's jealous, and Dracula comes along and he fucking kills her ass. But my favorite part of this movie is definitely the ending, because they kill Dracula in what I consider a very creative way. So they all end up at this old mill, sort of like, Frankenstein. And matter of fact, I can think of a few movies that end in mills. I think, doesn't the Sleepy Hollow film with Johnny Depp end at a mill? But nonetheless, Dracula, Peter Cushing have a little bit of a fight. Or not Dracula, I forget what his name is in the film, but the Dracula guy, him and Peter Cushing, they get into it at this mill. Fire gets started and all this shit, and like Peter Cushing like ends up getting on the spinny thing, like the propellers of the windmill, and it looks like a cross, and like there's a fire behind it, so it's casting a shadow of a cross down on Dracula, and that's how he dies in the film. And I thought that was really cool, man. I like that, because I definitely remember Dracula dying in Horror of Dracula. I remember him dying in Dracula 1931, and Jesus Christ, it's cool to see sort of other interpretations, because now that I think about it, so there's 9 Hammer Horror Dracula films, and I'm starting to think that maybe I haven't seen all 9 of them. Okay, I've definitely seen the ones that I got in the collection, but I don't think that amounts to 9. So it's going to be interesting to go through these films. The one I'm most excited to watch, and it's been so long since I watched it, is this one right here. And I'm pretty sure this is Has Risen from the Grave. I'm pretty sure this is the one that ends with Dracula getting like that big gold cross through the chest. But again, it's been years since I watched this. I can remember taking this from my dad's place back to my mom's place, because I would go to my dad's on the weekends when I was a kid, right? And I remember borrowing this movie and watching it, and like being scared of watching it without my dad. It was fucked. But Brides of Dracula, you can check it out. It's nothing, for anything you get a good Peter Cushing Van Helsing. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch this one, but it's definitely necessary in this task that I've given myself of watching all the Hammer Dracula, watching all the Hammer Frankenstein, and just sort of revisiting some of my favorites, and also in preparation of the next issue of Cinema 187, which is actually in its 6th issue right now. You can order this. This is 120 pages, 34 artists. It's fucking awesome, and this is all satanic films. So the next issue, Universal Horror and Hammer Horror. So and I'm gonna be including like Nosferatu. I've even considered including movies like The Blob, and just sort of other, you know, staples of you know, between the dawn of the century and all the way up into like the 50s and 70s, pretty much is when it's gonna end. So I'm looking forward to continuing the adventure, and I appreciate everybody for watching this video. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. Come back tomorrow for a new video. Who the fuck knows what it's going to be. I've just been like on a recording binge. I've just been watching these flicks and just like recording the vids, and you know, I'm having a blast with it, man. So who knows, when if the vids start slowing down, it's because I've sort of, you know, had too much hash in the old ass. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Audio 666.